This might actually end up a long video, but I think it's kind of an important point that I want to try to make to you. So just be warned that if you're sticking around, you might be sticking around. Because I have to be a little bit of a political scientist with you right now and explain to you how factionalism is going to be playing out over the next weeks, months, whatever the fuck it's going to be, and how, as much as we all decry the two-party system that we're trapped in, it kind of simplifies the political reality that we've been living in. Because while systemically we have a two-party system, functionally we have a pluralist, multi-factional system, because within the two main political parties are cohorts of groups that have created strange bedfellows, the worst pairing of which is in the Republican Party, and that is what we're about to see play out. But to make clear, this is happening within the Democratic Party too. There's an extreme leftist wing, there's a progressive wing, and there's a kind of classical Democrat wing that are kind of in competition with each other for the future of the party. But while that's playing out very boring and bureaucratically with the Democratic Party, it seems to be playing out very publicly and increasingly violently within the Republican Party. Because it's a surprise to nobody right now that Donald Trump is in increasingly declining health. And that means that there's about to be a vacancy in party leadership on that side. And typically that role would be the heir apparent, J.D. Vance, the vice president, but he's not exactly a popular figure, and he's not going to be able to hold together the MAGA cult in quite the way Donald Trump has been able to. And unfortunately, the assassination of Charlie Kirk is our first glimpse of that, because the writing is on the wall. Which direction does the Republican Party go post Donald Trump? And the Charlie Kirk versus Nick Fuentes battle is playing out. Now, if you remember, Nick Fuentes famously dined with Donald Trump, and it became a whole big thing. And Donald Trump had to kind of distance himself from Nick Fuentes because his beliefs came out, and he's very much a neo-Nazi, a self-professed one. I'm not calling him that, he's calling him that. And while Donald Trump was willing to test the waters with associating with Nick Fuentes, he knows enough to read political temperatures, and it didn't go over well. So that's when he embraced Charlie Kirk, the more palatable version of far right-wing ideology. But that pissed Nick Fuentes and his Groper army off something wicked, and it's kind of been a low-key internet meme culture war ever since then that you wouldn't be aware of unless you had to grade the notebooks of teenage boys for the last 10 years of your life. Because what seem like just simple drawings of